As always, thank you to the members of the channel. Subscribe to the second channel. We are on the road to 1,000 subscribers. Link is in the description. Take notes, Mattel. Here is how Sodor Productions, the most loved person on Thomas Internet, would save the brand of Thomas and Friends, starting with the 2026 announcement. Now, as we all know, I already made this video on November 9th, 2024. This video racked up over 1,000 likes and 600 comments. 600 comments! Wow. Thomas fans have always been a bunch of offended little twats. Anyways, today's video will be a bit different, a bit more realistic. So if you want, go back and watch the first video and then watch this video. I don't even fully remember what I said in the first video, but I do have a general idea. Anyways, let's get started.
Oh, but Sodor Productions, you hate everything that's not classic, Thomas. What's the point of this video?
Shut up, little twat. Nobody made you click on this video with your fat, chubby hands. Starting with the TV series, I think it's safe to say that all of the fans want a TV series, of course. But they'll never go back to the models. They are too expensive and require a lot of labor. And who knows, maybe they'll never even go back to CGI. If CGI Thomas and Friends made them a lot of money, I don't think they ever would have gotten away from it. But I would go back to the CGI animation of Season 20. I think Season 20 was peak Thomas animation in my opinion. I would bring back Mark Morgan to narrate both dubs and have the engines have their own voice actors. But I would bring in much older voice actors to voice the engines. For example, bring in Neil Crone to voice Gordon, just like in All Engines Go. Adults should be voicing these engines, not stupid kids. Experienced voice actors will bring much better performances than stupid kids, and they won't make my ears bleed. Nobody wants the characters sounding like chubby toddlers, like they do in the CGI series. The CGI series voices make me have an aneurysm every time I hear them. And enough with disrespecting legacy characters such as Henry and Edward. Right away, Nia is deleted from the franchise for good. Deported, gone, erased, I don't care. Call ICE on the phone and tell them to take her away. The main characters of the brand new TV series will be the cast of seasons 1 through 6. And then you can add in others that actually had some significance afterwards, such as Spencer, for example. I'm even okay with having Rebecca in the show. You could really have a cool rivalry between her and Gordon. You can make her an interesting character. Make her a character that has a quick to get angry attitude, has a temper, and have her only goal be becoming the island's new main express engine. Just a thought. But yeah, this includes all of the important original characters that everyone loves and the only ones that actually matter. The franchise today would not exist without them. Engines such as Emily and Rosie, I'm deleting too. Nobody cares about this gender nonsense equality garbage. This is Thomas the Tank Engine, and these are steam engines on the island of Sodor. We already have female characters that actually have a personality, such as Mavis and Daisy, and they're fleshed out. Shoehorned, garbage characters such as Emily and Rosie are worthless. Oh, and we are getting rid of the Steam Team and the Steam Team roll call. The whole entire idea of it sucks. It isolates other and better characters from the show. Any engine can rest and sleep at Tidmouth Sheds. Fans should be enjoying every single character, not just 6 or 7. And in the garbage, you will throw the hit era Writer's Bible. Get any Writer's Bible that exists and throw it in the garbage. It sucks and it doesn't portray any of the characters correctly. Henry should be a Chad. Henry should be a top 3 character easy. Enough with the legacy character disrespect. The main original characters are here to stay and they're never going away. It is ridiculous. I'm tired of it. And of course, the show needs an intro. Let's go back to the basic original intro style. No singing, no ADHD editing. Stupid iPad kids. Create a fresh version of the original intro theme or the Season 8 intro theme. I actually really love the Season 8 intro theme. Each season will consist of 25 episodes and be released fully on YouTube all at once every single year at the same time. People watch more YouTube nowadays than actual TV, and not everybody is awake early in the morning ready to watch Thomas. Mattel has always done an awful job with airing Thomas on TV in general, so in 2026, don't even bother. The pilot performed very well on YouTube for Mattel, and the new TV show would perform even better. Give each season its own playlist on the channel and make it very easy for fans to find it, watch it, and engage with it. Delete all of the All Engines Go garbage. Do not clog your feed with other Thomas and Friends content from the past. You can always put the new seasons of 25 episodes onto streaming services afterwards. Oh, and by the way, let's do DVD remasters of seasons 1 through 6 and release them in a box set. Please. Moving on to the seasons, give each of the legacy characters spotlight episodes and sprinkle in episodes of all of the other main characters, such as Jack in the Pack, just like they did in season 6, Salty, Harvey, Old Slow Coach, or Stepney or the Narrow Gauge Engines. Any of the characters from seasons 1 through 6. And like I said, other characters from the rest of the franchise that actually had an impact, not just there to sell merchandise. But yeah, we cannot forget about the Narrow Gauge Engines. Episodes will be reverted back to the 4-minute and 30-second runtime. These companies were so stupid for making these Thomas episodes longer and making them slower. You want to keep kids' attention? Then don't make the episodes double the length and have more pointless fluff and dialogue. Make episodes snappy and action-packed with key dialogue sprinkled throughout, just like the classic series. The 8-minute runtime sucks. Oh, and no more yearly movies. Sorry guys, I stand by my statements. The movies of Thomas and Friends suck. They're boring, painful to watch, pointless, and disrespect the original show. And not to mention, the entire time they are disrespecting the viewer's intelligence. I love Magic Railroad, and I think it's the best movie of Thomas and Friends easily, but even I recognize that it does not follow Audrey's vision. Even so, it's such a fun movie with the best villain of the entire franchise, zero debate.
Now it's time for the next lesson, huh? I call it How to Stop Being Stupid.
And everybody loves Alec Baldwin playing Mr. Conductor. Everybody loves Junior as well. He's a really useful engine, is also incredible. The chase scene is also a top 5 Thomas scene of all time. It was an actual theatrical release, and the movie feels like it when you watch it. It really went for it. The CGI movies, however, are just drawn-out episodes with lots of pointless dialogue and pointless subplots, and consist of the engines acting like a bunch of baby toddlers, instead of steam engines on a working railway. Awful music videos, and they have these awful dream and, I guess, vision sequences in the music videos. You want to talk about terrible subplots? Go watch Lost Treasure and see how terrible everything with Marion is. Nice writing, Andrew Brenner, you moron. Not only that, they are incredibly gimmicky and were marketed to only sell toys, castles, dinosaurs, pirates, and buried treasure. Yup, that's terrible. Not only that, they have characters such as Thomas degress from their character growth in the entire franchise just to push a story forward, aka the terrible, overrated movie, Lost Treasure. We are stopping the production of these trash, drawn-out episodes. No more. Oh boy, prepare for the angry, mouth-breathing fans in the comments to defend their Mickey Mouse Teletubby Tommy Tank movies. Hey guys, if the movies were even decent, then maybe we'd still have the CGI series, don't you think, you dumb twat? Anyways, you produce your season of 25 episodes, and that is it. Because the main movie should be the Mark Forster movie. I don't know what Mattel has planned for it, but they better focus on the original characters and market the movie very well. This should be the best Thomas movie of all time. Better than Magic Railroad. I mean, it should be. Everyone in the world should know Thomas is coming back for a theatrical release. Focus on what made Thomas good in the first place. I really don't know what they have planned, so I don't even know if it's worth it if I were to give my suggestions for the movie. I think it's safe to say Thomas really does not belong in a movie format. I think it only belongs in the 4-minute, 30-second runtime episode format. These are short, fun bedtime stories. I don't know if you can really make a 2-hour-long movie about Thomas the Tank Engine on the island of Sodor, but if you bring in some writers that are getting paid handsomely to write a Thomas movie, it better be good. Anyways, those are my ideas for the media of Thomas and Friends, starting in 2026. Now, on to the final category, the merchandise. I will focus on the only 3 lines that matter. Bachman, Thomas, and Friends will survive on its own regardless. Motorized, Die-Cast, and Thomas Wooden Railway. Yes, bring Thomas Wooden Railway back. I'll make it simple for you. Bring back the 2012 to 2013 line. These are the proper and only proper proportions for a Thomas Wooden Railway line. Thank you for canceling your 2021 to 2022 line. It sucked and was disgusting. Reduce the amount of plastic and produce less gimmicky sets, rolling stock, etc. If you need ideas, just use the original 1992 line as an example. Just produce the main legacy characters and make simple sets and rolling stock. Troublesome trucks, cargo cars, simple coaches, such as the express coaches, milk tankers, etc. The line could be so simple yet satisfying and fun to collect. Mattel, you have only failed Thomas Wooden Railway. Nobody asked you for the bubble loader or the scrap monster from the awful Tale of the Brave movie. Anyways, we all know what Thomas Wooden Railway I want. It's basically all of my Thomas Wooden Railway videos on my channel. Now, on to Die-Cast. Enough. Stop with this push-along garbage. Teletubby Mickey Mouse push-along. Die-Cast will be its own line, just like Ertl was. Ertl is the king of Die-Cast. These engines look awful and suffer because they have to fit on motorized track. And before you mouth breathers race to the comments to defend Henry and these new Die-Cast engines, look at this picture and hop off of Mattel's dick. And then we have Percy, who looks autistic as fuck. Once again, give us the legacy characters with simple rolling stock. You can even give us simple sets, such as a circle or oval, with a brand new die-cast track, but they could include Thomas, Annie, and Clarabelle, or just another engine, a troublesome truck, and a fuel tanker. And even make a little die-cast Sir Topham hat. This would be incredible. I would eat this up. And stop ruining the CGI faces. If you can't make proper faces based off your own TV series, just go back to the classic faces. Anyways, die-cast will be its own thing. Now, on to motorized. Basically, make it OG Tomy.
It's a busy day on the railway for Thomas and Friends.
I have a Tomy playlist on my channel and all of it speaks for itself. Tomy is king and always has been king of motorized Thomas. But Mattel already made this new line, so we have to work with what we have. How to fix the new line? Well, to be honest, the best thing to do would be to just scrap it entirely. The engines are too fat and lack even the basic proportions based off of the main characters. Scotsman looks terrible as well. His tenders are smaller than the troublesome trucks of this line. The engines are way too big and for no good reason. For example, a C battery fits inside of my Tomy Duck, and these new engines are twice the size of Tomy. Why would they do this? They do not need to be this big. There is no saving this line, man. It's too far gone already. Make the track one color and give us actual destinations. This barrel set sucks. There's nothing Sodor about it. Give us Elsbert Station, a tunnel, and a bridge. That is instantly better than this barrel flipping garbage. I guess give us Henry, Edward, and Toby, but Mattel would definitely butcher them in this new line. Yeah, my voice is going and this line needs to be redone completely. Anyways, that covers the main 3 merchandise lines: Thomas Wooden Railway, die-cast, and motorized. And that covers the main aspects about the brand, the TV show and how it will be released, the Mark Forster movie, and the 3 merch lines. I could have gone more into depth about many things, but I think the problems with Thomas nowadays are just obvious and kind of self-explanatory. That is how I would save Thomas and Friends starting in 2026. Let me know how you would down below.